Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Game off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Game off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. For my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it all.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let me make sure all systems go. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Everything does look like we're working here. Perfect. Sweet. Let's get it. See what we got on the menu for today. hopefully some juicy stuff, and we're gonna take it from there. So let's start off here on the calendar for today. Today's gonna be Tuesday, so we do have a little bit of consumer confidence, just general, news here in the New York session. Every week you're gonna have news in New York session, so it's just part of New York session. But for London here, we're pretty clean. Nothing really we need to worry about. We have an FOMC member speaking, but that's not till 1:15. We have German final GDP as well, quarter on quarter, at 11, so that's right on the open. That's a good time for it to happen. And yeah, that's about it, to be honest. Nothing really to worry about here. We have a bit of FOMC members speaking tonight as well. So we're going to see what happens. So let's have a look here at the charts, analyze a GJ first here. If we're looking at GJ, start off on a daily time frame here. Previous daily has successfully closed with a support, although not the best support, still counts as a support, right? So this 1 hour support down here is going to be our daily support now. And yeah, I mean, we have already broken current daily high, which is giving the implication that we could see some more upside. If we do look at 4 hour time frame, it's stuck in a very clear range. I hope we all can see this range. So this barcode range here, till we get out the range, is really where we're going to have a clear move. Now, what I'm noticing is towards the downside, we're collecting more liquidity from the downside than the upside. So we're going to see how that ends up impacting price. Obviously, since we have a nice liquidity grabs towards the downside, we have 1, 2, 3. If we do break above that 1 hour resistance at around, let's say 500 would be safer, I do expect a nicer move here. Now, if we're looking at lower time frames here, 1 hour time frame, we have created a support. We tried to get below this 1 hour support here yet from yesterday. We failed. Let's see what 30 minutes is saying as well. Let's see 15 minute as well. Yeah, so this is interesting. Yeah, let's see what ends up happening. And at this kind of zone here, it's tough inside. This is cascading, isn't it? Yeah, this is 1 hour, 30 and 15. So cascading resistance, meaning that the lower time frame you go, the higher it gets, or the opposite way around. Cascading actually means the opposite, but I'm just thinking how to tackle this right now. For the sells, not sure what I think below this 15 with the 1 hour closing bullish. Where's our 1 hour? Here we have this previous range. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see more information. There potentially is a way to buy up to the top of the range, maybe above this 30 minute here. Now the sells are much better below here. I really would prefer to sell below 950. 950 would be better sells. A little bit hesitant to sell below 100 here, but with good retest to here, range formed and then a close below, it will make sense. It will make sense. Yeah, we'd have to, it is pretty close, man. It is close, but it's the range we're dealing with. We have no choice, to be honest. We have no choice unless you just stay out, which is not a bad idea, but we're gonna see. That's what I mean. We're gonna see. Let's scan that 4 hour on GJ. Yeah, you know what destination it will take you to. Ideally, man, we get a breakout. We tried overnight. First time Asian actually was nasty, but pretty easy to avoid this losing on this type of trade. No 15-minute structure, so pretty easy to avoid that. But yeah, maybe we could continue. We have Asian high, made it here. Now we can continue for London. I see that happening. The buys definitely look a lot better. Just wish there wasn't a cascading support so we could just buy. But we're gonna see price action form. Like I said, maybe a buy above this 30 would make more sense here. Obviously outside the range, yes, but we want to try get in earlier. Let's see gold here. Gold on the other hand, why is there no drawings here? Mr. Gold, can you bring back my drawings? Some reason Tradingview is not loading my drawings. Loaded on how about DAX? Is my drawings loaded there? Oh, come on, man. All my drawings are gone. Tradingview bugging. My alert's not saving either. Let's refresh and see if this works. Reload. I'm telling you, man. All right, we have to mark from change time frames. It worked for you? Nah, not working. Right, we're gonna mark from scratch. And the problem is that random some random point, it's gonna come back. So it's gonna be a bit of a mess. But let's go from daily here. Can we remove drawings? Are they saved? Remove 5? No, they're not even saved, the drawings. So daily time frame still closing bullish here, guys. We are sitting very close to this previous daily mess here. Don't know how price is going to react at this daily mess. We have a lot of wicks crossing it. I'm going to see on lower time frame if it's still relevant. 4 hour, there's nothing really there. There we go. Look at that. Do you see all my drawings just come back? 4 hours not really relevant. This we can all remove anyways. Gonna mark this 4 hour support. Just gonna clone this one a little bit higher to here. Let's see, 1 hour. 1 hour here, we did have some sort of reaction. Did we? Yes, we did react off it yesterday. So we're gonna keep it on there. We see that reaction there. It is just wicks. Right now we're trying to close below this key level 35, which can induce some sells here. I'd love to see some structure. Let's see how 5 minute has formed throughout this. Yeah, not the best on 5. 1 hour close below is going to be important here. I'd say this 1 hour close can induce some sells here. You know, bias is just a mixed bias here. We are playing the range. Buys above daily resistance makes sense. Let's see how that daily resistance looking now. Don't really care about it. Gonna move it down to the 15 here. Have simple lines. Now that daily support we can use as watch, but I want to see. Same time my drawings came back suddenly. I'm telling you, it's because they are listening to the stream. They're like, shit, he's getting pissed, man. So yeah, I mean, sells do make sense below here, but I want to see this close bullish. Next one close below would be good. That would also close the 1 hour below. That would make a lot more sense for me for sells. A lot of rejection coming from here. Does look nice to sell, but all of our lows for the last basically whole last few sessions, actually since 9 a.m. yesterday, all the lows have been found exactly where we are. So if this liquidity grabs again and gets back above this range, definitely a buy opportunity. Even potentially back above this zone here, 236, especially if we see a little bit of a deeper liquidity grab closing above there. See how 30 looks. It would be back in the 30, and it would be back in the 30-minute range, and we could actually buy back inside the range, back up, because higher time frame was still somewhat bullish. This made a higher high yesterday. It can print a higher low anywhere today, basically. I mean, if it wants, it can come retest the range. We are in choppy zone, right? It's not very clean zone. It's not open range. We're not breathing, you know. We're not having nice pushes, big pullbacks, nice pushes. No, we're kind of getting tighter and more consolidated, which definitely does make it more difficult. But the good thing with gold is ranges are big, right? We're not talking about this in a, you know, 50 pip range. No, this 100 pip range at least. So it makes it easier for us. So we're gonna see how price action develops here. We're gonna mark this 30 here. This potential buy zone back inside of that, if this ends up being a liquidity grab. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. 15 did reject, so we're gonna see how the hour closed. Last pair of today is gonna be DAX here. DAX did not fill the gap fully. It's taken 3 liquidity grabs. Extremely interesting to see 3 liquidity grabs. Wow. So overnight buyers get in the market involved to get the continuation, fuck them up again. Now we're just ranging. So let's start from daily. So daily has successfully created a support. Now it is a support, not the best support in terms of full confidence. Why? Because of the rejection wick, right? But that rejection was also caused by news, but nevertheless it's a support. So what can we do with this support? That daily zone down here is a zone that needs to be respected by closing basis. What's the issue? It's a gap. It's a gap. It's not really a daily support, it's a gap. So we will have to see. We'll have to see how price wants to react. Do we want to fill the gap fully? No bottom wick, doesn't matter, candles closed, right? The thing about it is it's a gap. So if you look at it on broker, it's going to look a lot different, right? Have a look how that looks on broker. Yeah, it's just like one massive gap. Now it is still closing a support on the broker, but still just a massive gap. So does price want to fully fill the gap? Yeah, it's potential here. Looking at 4 hour, we do actually have a full bullish bias today nevertheless. So previous daily bullish, previous 4 hour bullish, giving us bullish bias. So in terms of session bias here, buys do make sense. Buys is technically something we should be looking for here, based on probabilities. Now that gap just makes it like makes it a little bit tough, to understand how we're going to tackle it with this gap. Mark our 1 hour zones. 30 minutes the same, 15 is the same. If I'm gonna buy on a 15, since we are bullish buys today, you know, fake out buys would be quite nice actually. I think everyone is gonna try sells. If we're gonna follow bias today, guys, we can catch that. This is creating quite a nice LTA. We're gonna see the size of this LTA right now. 42 points. Yeah, it's not bad, eh? It's not bad. Definitely not bad. So that fake out can make sense here. Now the only threat is today is a day where price might not want to follow bias. Why do I say that? Because we do have that gap lurking below, so it might want to make another sweep. I just don't understand why when it's coming down here it doesn't just do one final sweep to fill it. It's just super interesting to me how we always partially fill and reject. Partially fill and reject. It's probably because there's like a lot of buy orders here. There must be a shit ton of buy orders here. And the big boys, they definitely want to get their orders filled. And they're going to get it filled before these guys. Because if these guys get filled, then there's not gonna be enough liquidity for the big boys to get filled. Because look at the reactions. They're not simple reactions, right? They're very heavy reactions. Immediately tapping into the zone, you see an 89-point move, right? That's almost a 0.5% move. Do you understand how hard it is to move an asset like this 0.5%? It takes some serious juice. But there's continuation after that as well, you know? So the fact that that's happening is telling me that that's what's happening, is there won't be enough liquidity if everyone gets their orders filled. So they're front running it. But that doesn't mean that, you know, we can, it's just interesting to see, you know. It doesn't mean that that the gap is filled, you know. We could still definitely fill the gap here, and yeah, that would be very, very interesting to see if that was to happen. So we're gonna see how price action forms. Are you guys keep getting ads in the stream, or you get only one ad? There's a notification saying creators adopting live mid rolls. I want that to be off. So are you guys getting ads midstream or only beginning? Because I don't want ads midstream. So let me know. Let me know if any of you guys experience ads midstream in YouTube chat. Only beginning. Okay, fine, good. Because there's a message come up saying about mid rolls, and I have it off. So yeah, that's the plan for. That's the plan here. That's the plan here for Mr. DAX. I think this fake out could be pretty interesting. Remember, we have a tiny bit of news in 10 minutes. Nothing crazy, but we could see something, a quick push, give us some directional bias. Now, if I'm going to take sells today, counter bias does look nice here, but this is where you get fooled, counter bias, right? I mean, ideally, it looks cool to sell below here, but maybe we could do something where we sell below one of these 5-minute supports here, right? Because we've really had no pullbacks. We've had no pullbacks on the 5, so the more this ends up being a fake out, the more I like it. So that's how it is. That's how it is. That's what I'm going to be looking for. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And yeah, hopefully that plan is all clear here. Hopefully you guys understood and enjoyed the plan. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate that. You guys know the drill. And let's get it. That's the plan. See this question here. Where the wick passes the support here, does it mean we don't have to mark the support, or are they not passing it enough? Let's see this. Yeah, but this I would just focus what is this on a lower time frame, because when you go on a lower time frame, these wicks will be candles. You understand? So you would focus on what's this on. You need to investigate that scenario more. If this is nothing on lower time frame, yeah, then you don't need to worry about it. If it is something on lower time frame, you're going to mark it. Took an early buy on GJ based on 50-minute made by thoughts on this trade. Yeah, this is a good place to enter. My only concern was, I guess we faked out into the range here. My only concern is like the lack of structure. I mean, price could easily do this, right, and come back down, and that would suck. Let me do a more clear color. So in general, you are going to reduce probabilities taking this. Yes, you have a 4-hour there. You ideally want your stops below the candle low here. It's such a small difference, but it makes a difference. And ideally we have one candle close bearish and then this closes above. If that happens, it like changes the probabilities of the trades by so much. But the idea here is correct, yes. Close back in the range. The timing you entered was correct in terms of waiting for that 15 to close above this little resistance. I like that. That timing was good. Your first target here is correct as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good, just that point I made. So let's see what happens. I don't have my key level has disappeared, but remember we had a key level here, but it's disappeared. Would a strong bullish close at support add stronger confirmation? Actually, what would add more confirmation is a bearish close followed by a bullish close. Because in that type of scenario, we just pushed up straight, right? It's just a straight push up. Even he's saying no 5-minute. Yeah, there's 5-minute in here, but you know, we pushed up straight. This could just be, think about it like this. Let me show you like this. And this will make it clear. If we remove drawings and make this a line chart, look at this. So if we look at market structure, this could have also ended up being this, where we come down, we break structure, right? This is a break of structure. We pull back and then we create a resistance to go down, and you buy here. You buy here and it continues down and fills this zone, right? And all this was a break of structure, a pullback, and then the sells came. Either you're taking setup 1 or you're taking setup 2 here, which still could technically happen right now. So how do you avoid that being that scenario is when you have the break of structure towards downside and we close back in the range, this happens. Because now you have this whole block here to protect your trade, because if it does break this, then you were just wrong. It had to change structure for that to happen. But it has this whole zone to respect now to potentially continue up even if it ranges up. You see what I'm saying? Make sense? I just came to greet the king. Sorry, I have to go to bed after night shift. Good night, brother. Take care. Check gold, huh? Very interesting rejection. Now the 1 hour is going to be interesting. Does it close above or below? 3 minutes, we'll see. Hi, do you have any videos on how to set break even on various spreads? Is there a calculator or is there something manually that you need to do? What? Break even is straightforward. You just put your stop loss to your entry. If you have very, very high spread, you can account for spread at your entry. But then keep in mind, you're going to lose that. So if you just have bad spread, then that sucks. You're just going to get triggered early. At that point, I would recommend probably... I wouldn't put your break even in profit because that's not a real break even. I'd recommend trying to get a lower spread broker. That's going to be a lot better solution towards that. I always account for spread when I break even. I don't. I just keep it right at entry. You could do like 1 pip. I mean, 1 pip is fine, but you know, keep in mind you don't want to be doing that with like 3-4 pips. It's gonna start to add up, right? Like if you're doing that with 3 pips, it's not gonna be good. You might as well, you know. Last week would have been tapped out. Yeah, it depends on spreads. Like that's what I was saying. You should account, but maybe he has like 5 pip spread. Like at that point, that's not tradable broker. 5 pip spread. Minus 0.1 for B is still okay. Yeah, it depends on how, like, let's say you're very deep in profit. At that point, you don't need it to, you can take B with your commission, right? Like, let's say it's one of those shitty trades where it literally reverses just before you TP. And you can, then you can add for commission. But the idea is you haven't lost. So since you haven't lost, the next win you take is going to reverse even if you take 6, 7, 8 BEs in a row. You know? What are your hobbies? Yeah, multiple things, man. I have multiple things. Is gym considered a hobby? Then yeah, gym I guess is a hobby. Kite surfing is a hobby. Multiple things. Cars is a hobby. Yeah, just about to say that. What about girls? I don't think it's a hobby. Full-time job. Are you currently learning martial arts? I'm not. Not learning martial arts. Yes, Wendy, as Joe said. Are you buying or selling GJ? I am watching to see what hand GJ shows me. I don't mind both buying or selling GJ. Sells, I prefer to actually buy GJ than sell. Reason being is that the sell range to the 4 hour here is quite shitty. It's a very small range I have. It's like 11, 12 pips. You know? Why is this 15 above? Should be here. Maybe because, you know? Still have to reach our 600 viewer target. You guys really delaying your giveaway, huh? So 15-minute ended up closing below. That means the 1 hour actually closed below. So we do have a 1 hour close below here, which means sells. What would sells sell to fill this wick? Not sure. Sells below here may be better. We're gonna see. We're gonna see which one is gonna make more sense. How did DAX do on the news? Wow, so the news did have an impact, means that probably numbers came out same. Interesting. So what's interesting here, guys, is there's been no pullbacks. For a long time since I've seen that. Check this out. Should we go through the painful counting? How many candles no pullback, just to see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candles. Wow. If you go in history and try to find 11 candle push, yeah, actually challenge. When's another 11 candle push? You're gonna be here for a while trying to find 11 candle push. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an 8 candle push. So 11 is out of, so we could still see some upside. This could be the retest. If we want to sell here below the 4-hour support, can start to open options. Below this 15 support can really open options. I mean, it's just the beginning of the session. There can be some stuff that happens. This 5 I'm not too worried about. I'm gonna mark this 15 here. How do I analyze journals? Yeah, don't send caps, otherwise you're going to be banned. You're going to be banned from the chat if you send caps. Nightbot doesn't like caps. How do you analyze journals? I write it everything like planning, execution, but get confused how to analyze it at the end of the week. Well, you should be controlling variables. So your first analysis of your journal should be, did you follow all of your rules in your plan? If you didn't, then that's one leak. Second thing is, you shouldn't be having so many trades in a week that it's hard to recap your week, you know? Maximum you should have, let's say, like, okay, wait. I would say, like, you should realistically be having, like, 5 trades a week max, you know? Like, I mean, depending, it's very hard to analyze more than 10 trades a week, you know? 10 trades a week, you're going to be confused. You won't remember. 5 trades a week should be managed. I mean, I average less than that. I average probably about 2 to 3 trades a week, maybe more, depending on the week. Sometimes I take 5 trades in a week. I don't know what the average was. I would like to check, actually. I'm sure it will average to 3 trades a week in London by itself. So I'm sure it will average to that. But for me to analyze 3 trades a week, 4 trades a week is extremely focused, and that's how I can keep so consistent, is because my variables are highly controlled. So when you're analyzing, did your variables. Now, if your variables are going wrong, then there's maybe something wrong with the strategy. So you analyze 2 parts of the journal. You analyze one part of the journal, which is going to be the emotional side. Was there emotional issues, closing too early, or was it an actual technical issue, right? Was it something that you didn't notice, or you didn't? And that becomes hard, because you need someone who actually is going to give you good advice. Because I say this in this most recent video. Most likely you haven't watched this video I put yesterday. This video here is a game-changing video. At the end of the video, it speaks about that. It speaks about that point, okay? And the key thing about that is I say that you need someone to be able to tell you if you're right or wrong, because there will always be something wrong in a trade. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong just because something was wrong in the trade. You know, there's so many times like people send me a trade and I just tell them like, listen, there's nothing really you could do. I like people sending me wins, because the wins is what's going to make you lose long term. I know that sounds weird, but the problem is if you're taking bad wins, that's what's going to make you lose long term, because you're going to be fooled thinking you're doing good when you're actually doing bad. This is the very, very important thing actually. So that's why you see people send me a lot of wins, you know. I don't always make people send losses. Losses don't really tell much. Sometimes a lot of people are at the stage where the losses are pretty straightforward. It's like, yeah, it was a good shot. Or sometimes they just do something that was wrong, but you learn from that. So you need that. If you're doing it by yourself, then you need to make sure that you have like a very strict rules that is proven. And it will just take time and adaptation. I mean, that's more for myself. It was something like that, you know. Bro, I have chat running on my iPad here, and I'm getting ads every, like, I don't know how often. This is why I'm asking you guys, because my freaking iPad is getting ads. My own stream is sending me ads. You also keep getting ads? Yeah, man, and it's all off. Everything's off. Yeah, I think it's just a few people. How many people are experiencing it? See, some people get it, some people don't. Like, look on the stream. On the stream, it says creators are adopting live automated mid-rolls. Turn on. I don't have it on. What if I turn it on and then turn it off? Turn on. Oh shit. I want it off. Choose how mid-rolls appear. Select mid-roll set at a frequency. No. Insert manually. Place during specific moments. So where can I choose the moment? Well, save. Hopefully it stops that BS. On iPad, I get it every 5 minutes on iPad YouTube video. Every YouTube video? Okay, so it's an iPad thing. That's really weird. Seems like maybe watch it from browser, guys. If you have the YouTube app. If you have the app, YouTube app. Yeah. So I guess then just change to browser. They must be, because some are experiencing, some don't. Sell plan on gold. You're just gonna randomly sell from here. That's your plan. Wouldn't you consider maybe even there's a possibility to buy back up to here? Yeah, just use browsers, guys. Use browser if you're experiencing that. It will fix it. If you want to have higher win rate, go long on goals. Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Potential even, it looks like it's just going to be a simple above the range would be the play in this sense. I don't think now there's not enough. 1 hour still closed below. So this could be a nice, it's respecting key level perfectly. Gives you good confirmation. 30-minute could get the close above as well. So we're going to see. First 5-minute bullish candle on DAX. So it's finally taking a breather. From our 4-hour support. Oops. 4-hour support did it. Yeah. If we get like a change of structure here, I'll take buys back up. You know? Why not zoom into the 1 minute? Why not zoom into the 10-second, brother? Why not trade the 2-second? Better, right? 1 hour close below support, 15 minutes change of structure, then sell on gold still waiting. Okay, be more clear when you send a chart. Looks like you were just selling randomly there. That would make sense as well, but there also could be opportunity to buy above the highs as well. Trade tick chart. I'm not worried about that, since we already tapped it. If we didn't tap it, yes. But since we tapped it, it has no reason to go back up there. If we didn't tap it, I'll keep it on the chart as a watch. What's the difference between tick chart and time? Tick chart is like whenever there's exactly a new tick on the chart. So whenever there's a new movement on the chart, the price will move. Time, in like maybe there's times where you can get 2 ticks in 1 second, right? You could even get 3 ticks in 1 second. Okay? You can get 3 ticks in 1 second. And that means that the chart will update. So if you're trying to execute an order on a second, like Tradingview, that's the problem with executing on Tradingview, is it updates second by second. So your order can be slipped three ticks, and that tick could be like 2 pips. So your slippage is going to be way much higher. Buys above, sells below. Okay. Like to add maybe, yeah, I think that's fine. MT5 is based on ticks? It is, yes. As well as C Trader. Another ad. Bro, just use browser. Just use browser. In range, waiting for proper PA, buy zone for me away 30, sell below. Yep. Wanted to leave the range. Okay. Leave the range. Okay. This is more safer options. I don't mind the safer options. No, this won't be a setup 6. But if you had supports, clean candles, you could get it. Buys above there. Yeah, I like you sticking to bias at the time. Time decision. Right. Same plan most of you guys had. Gonna just see what the charts are doing. How's GJ doing? GJ starting to try to break below here. That's a big candle, guys. These are very interesting big candles we're getting. See what gold did. Gold tried to spike up here towards this zone. Closed below. Wow. So we have to wait for the next candle here. Close below. Thought gold was gonna close above. It's why I switched to gold. Then I'd look for just like a 5 thunderstorm or something. So we're gonna wait here. This could be actually better stops. Push through that. Sells would start to make sense. Yeah, I think it's a bit rough. You have a few supports below there. Buy, sells. Buy, sells. Set up 2 buys from here. Interesting. Yep, I like that. It's kind of what we're looking at. Set up 4 as well. Next buy, sell below key level. Possible buy, set up 2 in the range. Yes. Damn, new chart color. Buys leaving that. And then buys from down there. Cool. Yep. Also not bad to leave the range. Sells below. Sells from up there down. Interesting. I'd probably say if it goes up, then I'd look for sells below this support here for down. To go down. Sells we need to be careful with here. Same feedback about sells. Overall, alright. Close above on yours. Even so, I'm thinking I prefer above key level. See how that looks on 5. Yeah, even 5 is a little bit higher. I'm gonna see. What is GJ doing, bro? Close below, no top wick. I mean, no bottom wick on this is pretty nice. But what a close, man. What a close. 35 or 20. Wonder if we can just keep stops above key level. Is it enough? Everything closed below. Looks clean. Yeah, it's just stop loss placement, man. Like, we need the 35 pip stop. So we'd have to find somewhere to put the smaller stop. 5 minute looks like it's gonna close in the range anyway, so we might just get the nicer option, which will be like this close like this bullish here in about 1 minute, and then the next candle close below like this. Then you take the sell down, boom. Then you can just put stops here and rely on this, because if it's breaking this, you're probably done anyways. Even though, yes, it can come back up here and retest and then come down, but you wouldn't expect that if you're looking for downside. No bottom wick either? Yeah. I mean, hopefully it does close back in the range to give us that stop loss placement. Would be better. I mean, you could just put the random stop here. It's just a threat, of course, right? It's always a threat. It's not the safest trade just to say, okay, fine. Take it, break of low. Put my stop here, 15 pips. And hope for the best. Use 15-minute stops. It would basically be 15-minute stops, yeah. Like now we have this 5 minute here. A nice 5 close below would be better. Because realistically we have room to this low. This low is like a better place to be entering, because we'd be clearing all lows. We just have to watch this reaction point here. Sometimes GJ likes to be naughty and just react off such a point like this. Like literally a whole reversal comes from that. Did make a wick now. 4 minutes, quite a while though. What's the chances of price pushing back up with closes below that we have as a confirmation? Pretty high too if you put your stop loss here. Still a high chance. If you put your stop loss above 30, I mean above the 15 where it should go, it's fine. But you're just you need a great push, right? You need a good push. You know. For me, it's not worth it with my stops all the way up there. But with your stops just here above current candle high, it's like there's a good chance that it can come retap that again. If it tapped key level first, then rejected, it actually helps the probabilities and it's going to be lower for it to come back. But remember, we haven't tapped key level. So price might want to just now break these lows here and then flip up. You know? Yeah, exactly. The 5-minute close below will tell you, okay, now we have something as well closing below. So now that you have something closing below, you could say to yourself, okay, this is adding more confirmation. Let me run the tighter stop. If that doesn't work out, then it's just, you know, you gave it a shot. At least you had your best probability in this situation. Although it's not the most ideal probability, it's better than most. You know, it's kind of like your shot if you're looking to trade GJ. If you want like a full safer setup, you just have to be patient. But you see this flip here, this is what I was talking about. So this is where you know, see your stops up here would be pretty safe. You're not sweating too much up here, even at this pullback. But with your stops right here, this is getting a bit sketchy, you know. You're like, oh, hopefully this goes down, right? Compared to if you had the close and the next candle was going up, you're like, I had the close, next candle's going up, hopefully this is just the top wick to flip. And if it just ended up going up like that, okay, you know, you lose that. But in this scenario, you don't have the close, so like I said, it just grabs liquidity and now you're like, shit, maybe I should have waited for the close. So in these times, it protects you a lot. Now the other question would be, okay, what's the most ideal scenario here? Like where it would be a no-brainer to enter. Not a no-brainer, but like the most ideal scenario where you're like super comfortable to enter. Probably be if I didn't have such a big 15-minute candle. So that could form. This 15 can close bullish. Next one could close bearish. That would be like a very simple setup. This could close very weak bullish. Setup 3. Setup 3 would be nice here actually. But like proper stop loss placement also saves you from taking stupid trades. Isn't this also a good place to buy back up? Unfortunately, yes, it's also contradicted, right? You know, it is contradicted. But we do have a little bit signs of weakness. The way that we're at the top of the range, we're seeing it keep failing. You see? So it is contradicted as well for the buys. We're ranging, and for me, we're more towards the top of the range. So I think in this scenario, sales could make more sense. Yeah, it looks like price is gonna close below here. So let's see if we can get a top wick. Probably breaking the lowest low would be better. What's the difference to the lowest low? 1 pip difference. 15.1, 16 pip stop basically. Good top wick. Yeah, I'll probably give this a shot here, breaking this low. Not the current low, the lower low. Alright, got triggered there. We have the 30-minute close here as well soon. Might have to survive a 30 top wick. Pretty hard to find a break-even zone as well. Realistically, break-even zone is pretty close to TP. Five-minute support to the left. We're gonna watch this. Yeah, we could be mental here. It is just a notch, but yeah, we can watch this. If there's a very heavy reaction from it, I am gonna be very cautious with this. But it's a good push so far. Back into the 700s now. I'm liking the way we're moving. Beautiful. Nice, nice. Almost at a 1-to-1 here. This is great. 1-to-1 would be here. That's a 1-to-1. Oh man, I didn't close there. I didn't get a chance to close there. I hope it doesn't reverse on me. I just missed my close. I just missed my close by a bit. Just by a bit. It was technically a 1-to-1 just there, but I missed it just by a bit. If it pops up here, I might have to close early. I hope not, but we'll see. We have the 30-minute close. Hopefully the 30-minute close can give me a little bit more juice. We're gonna see. I will move stops to break even though, because it doesn't make sense to lose this trade right now when I'm like 0.1 from TP. So that is definitely done, just in case some random spike. Alright, here's the open here. Top wick is made. Let's see if we can get the push down. I don't want it to break with this 1-minute structure. That could be a management here breaking this 1-minute structure. Might have to close early if that happens. Yeah, we want a straight push here, some volume. Go, GJ, go! Go, GJ. Flip. Bearish. Just gonna wait for this 1-minute close if I can survive 7 seconds. Yeah, so at this high here, if it flips and breaks this high, I'll actually close my trade as a management. Let's see how it reacts off this low. Might be a good spot here, but so far it's okay. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'm gonna trail this now. I think we can have some juice here. Still gonna hold. Just gonna, I think we can have some juice. So now my stop loss is, I'm gonna move it to this high, but I'm just gonna manually close it here. Like I have my finger on the trigger. So I'm just trailing my stop loss to that high. Hopefully we can respect that high. And I'm just gonna keep trailing. Nice. So yeah, still trailing. Full position is still in. Close here if you don't want to be greedy like me, but I'm just going to be a little bit greedy here because it's working. Still holding this. Just trailing, just trailing. See where we're reaching. Nice. I closed there, I closed there. That's enough profit. I see some good numbers here. I closed there. Pretty sick close. I think, I don't know. I'm just happy. I don't want to be too greedy, but I think I could have extended it a little bit more, but look, I just don't want to be too greedy. There's a fine balance. I'm really happy with the number I just closed. So that's it. That's it. Great trade here. Great trade. Very happy with this result. I closed for about 32 pips. Yeah, man. Basically, almost a 1 to 2 there. Almost a 1 to 2. That's a sick trade, guys. Almost a 1 to 2. So pretty big trade. Very, very happy with that. Very happy. Basically a 1 to 2, just under, like a 1 to 1.9 I got there. So that's a sick trade. Almost 2% on the day. Like, that's sick. Yeah, 1.9. I got the exact same as you, bro. Just a little bit under a 1 to 2. If I held a little bit more, I would have got exact 1 to 2. But yeah, sick trade. Really happy with that trade, actually. Planned it well, waited for the close. We discussed waiting for that 5-minute close, using the smaller stop. I know here it says I got a 1 to 2, but P&L was a 1 to 1.9. So I'm happy with that though. 1 to 1.9 is amazing. So if you took this trade, write a W in the chat. Let's get it going for the gram. You know the gram drill. So yeah, clean. Clean, clean, clean. Nice, nice. Still running this shit, huh? Maybe I should have left a runner because of higher time frame. But yeah. Oh, that would have been an idea, eh, guys? Runner, higher time frame. Run a higher time frame. Run a higher time frame. That was a beautiful, perfect example of patience waiting for that 5. But you see how much smoother the trade is when you wait for your confirmations? It's like absolutely nothing. You know? It's super, yeah, much smoother. And I'm relaxed in my trade. And if I lose it, I'm happy with that loss. It's kind of like no problem. No problem. I'll take the loss. So yeah, great trade, guys. Great trade. Happy with that. Thank you, GJ. Can you believe GJ gave us a 1 to 2? Can you believe that? 1 to 2 on GJ? Man. Today she must feel good, man. I'm telling you. Today she must feel good. I don't think GJ has given me a 1 to 2 in maybe like a long time, bro. A long time. Long time means long time. But 1 to 1.9. But still, that I count that as a 1 to 2. Just I closed a little bit. There's maybe a bounce. Man, I need to update this. Too many streams I have not updated. What stream is this? 17, 20, 24. 24 can't be right. Did we? Oh yeah, yesterday we tried DAX, yeah. 17, 20, 24. All right. Let's go. 17. Yeah, trailing was sick here, huh? Trailing was fucking sick here. You see how I waited for that 1 minute close? You see how I didn't get scared? And remember I said I'm going to wait for the 1 minute close. If I didn't wait for that 1 minute close, I wouldn't have got this open dump. Too many people, oh, it's breaking the high, I'm going to close. Who cares, man? You're already losing profits here. Doesn't matter. What's the worst case? I get stopped out break even? Yeah, sucks. Or I close here for like a 0.3% once we get above this box. But just waiting for that 1 minute close allows me to trail. Then I trail my stop loss above this high. You know, I could keep trailing it above highs, but I decided to close here very close to key level, just in case it wanted to front run. I think she got her nails done this morning. Yeah, something. She done something. Harry, last time I saw you didn't enter a trade because it's at high time frame support. Do you mind explaining what was different in this scenario? Yeah, massive LTA here. We got the 15 close below. It was a deep 15 close below, so I needed some structure, which it gave us, and then it was a pretty clean trade. Pretty clean trade. And we got really beautiful stop loss placement. Made a difference. Like, look how much more I get paid for this. This is what I mean, it's a trade worth it. Yeah, I missed some trades that maybe give me 0.5%. But if I lose that trade, I lose a 1%. Right? Because I have to run the big stop loss. But in a trade like this, where I can wait for my confirmation to get the better stop loss, I just return as 1 to 2 risk to reward. So even if I miss a couple of trades that will return me a 0.5 risk to reward, that would take me 4 wins in a row to just wait patiently, not lose anything, or potentially lose only this one trade and lose 1%, and I get returned the same amount. So what would you rather do? Take one trade but wait for it and get paid the equivalent of taking 4 bad trades and have the opportunity to lose 2 of those. Or maybe have the opportunity to lose 1 of those. Still doesn't make sense because you'll need 2 to make back that 1 loss. Like, I know it's tough to think about, but it's really, this is why patience pays much more. Like, I hope you realize that. Because there's so many times where there's a good trade and then stop loss is so big and I'm like, okay, I don't want to run the stop loss. Yes, but if I ran that stop loss, I maybe get in that trade a 1 to 0.5. So I make 0.5. Then the next trade I take, I lose 1%. I'm still down 0.5. Then I take the same bad trade again. I make 0.5% again with the big stop loss. Now I'm back to break even. So you're doing all of that for basically nothing, or put the potential to be down. Or you just wait patiently, avoid those trades, take something like this that will return a 1-to-1, right? If it plays out, you're going to return a 1-to-1, or you can trail like this and get returned a 1-to-2. Because we got the smaller stop, it was a lot easier to get a 1-to-2. If I just ran the original stop, I hit a 1-to-1 on this trade. Look, original stop here was 34 pips and this ran for 38. Like, the whole move, 2 15-minute candles gave only a 1-to-1. So you're pushing limits. Whereas when I got to half my stop loss, I know I'm not pushing limits. Already here I was at a 1-to-1. So you're in a much better position that way. Much better position. Anyways, nice to trade GJ in a while. LTA is lower time frame analysis. No, it just means clean time frame, clean candles. Clean candles. That's what it means. Yo, brother. You just trail on 1 minute, so I didn't. This was more also a little bit of luck that I didn't get the closure at 1-to-1, because basically it rejected here. I didn't close, so I don't hesitate. I don't be like, oh, I missed it, let me close my trade here. No, because does it really mean I have to close my trade here? Did it really reject anything? Not really. So all I said is that there's no 1 minute structure. At some point it has to make one. If it makes 1 minute structure above here, then it's game over. I'm probably gonna come to break even. So by here, I'll just close my trade and take whatever profit. Yes, it won't pay me much, but it's because I missed the close here. But then once we create the 1 minute structure, then I said there should be a bit of volume now that the 30 minutes flipped. And that's the volume that comes through, takes you to key level. Yeah. That we waited for the 5 minute structure, right? We waited for that 5 minute structure. And I mean, if you look at where I closed, guys, you can see I basically got a great close. That is a good close. Big picture, look at big picture. If I say, yeah, I have capitalized most of that move, right? You can say that confidently. Like if you look at that close, yes, it's not right at the peak, but you have capitalized off the most moves. So you can't be, even if it pushed like another 50 pips, like I wouldn't be pissed at that close. It's, in the big scheme of things, it's a good close. Literally a couple of candles before it started popping up from key level. Make sure you leave a like on the stream for that, guys. Only 168 likes, 435 of you in here. No one showing up like this, man, daily. This is just showing you patience and execution. Yeah, that's why it won. See this? Harry, why trail stops? Because I had the opportunity to do so, right? Like, yes, Harry, what did you see profit? I was doing laundry. Damn, expensive clothes. You know we're trading at this time. Do the laundry some other time. You need to be locked in at this time. You're either trying to scam for $3, you're either in bed sleeping, or you're doing laundry. What are you doing? You have to lock in. You can do laundry and trade? Technically, yeah, you could. Give me a sec, guys. I'll just go toilet, come back. Be back in a sec. Hi, could you share the Excel template for the trades? It's in the description, or just type exclamation journal in the chat. You can have access to my full live track record and journal. This is public. I don't hide this. I trade publicly on stream. There's no reason why I won't share a journal. Not afraid. People afraid to share the results. I'm not afraid. Win, loss, I don't care, because it's all part of my journey, right? I just have to share my journey. What's win rate now? I think I'm hovering at 75%. Over almost 2 years now. Couple of months, yeah. 75% in about, I think, 2 months. We're gonna be 2 years. It's nice with considering all the different market conditions we've been through. It's good. Very happy with it. Yeah, thank God, man. It's been clean, you know. Keep it some of my best trading, but that's how it should be, right? Every year get better. But there could be a rough year. I'm always ready for anything the market wants to throw at me. I just accept it. It's part of the journey. When's the last time you ate lobsters? It's a great question, bro. That's a great question. Maybe too long. Last time I actually ate lobsters was in December. In December, I cooked some lobsters on my grill. It was pretty good. Hi, after a successful month of trading, what do you do to treat yourself? It's a great question, that. I'm not really one to treat myself, man. I'm not one like a big spender who goes out and spends on here we go, Joe. Who spends on all these random stuff, you know. Yeah, I mean, haven't really treated myself massively, but the thing with me is I'm like I'm penny wise, pound foolish. Like, I won't spend on small stuff, and if I spend big, you know. That's kind of how I am. Like, I have something I want to buy, and or something like that, and that's it. You know, that's the type of person I am. But it's like, it's a planned buy. It's not an impulsive buy. It's a planned buy. But I prefer those type of things. They feel better for me, instead of just wasting money on buying small things like designer clothes and this, and it's just a waste for me. I'm also like, I put a lot of money, like I have responsibilities, of course, and you know, I took a big leap buying real estate at this age, you know, so it's, you have to, you know, make sure that you are being able to pay for that. This is the power of the runner that I wanted to hold. Higher time frame here, you know. Good runner, good runner. 100 pip dump today, no problems. Back to 187. Prop firm or live account? I'm on a live account, not a prop firm account. Many other guys in the exclusive though, they trade prop firm. Did you spend a long time paper trading in your early journey? How long? Probably 6 months. 6 months I spent paper trading. Yeah, gold trying to get below that daily support. You'd want the same plan. You want the same plan that happened on GJ. Let's just push 60 pips. Very decent push, guys. You know, when GJ pushes well and clean and trends and has LTA, it's a very good pair. After a while, you realize money is mostly for future security versus stuff. There's almost so much junk you can buy yourself. That said, I do like money. Yeah, I mean, you need to treat yourself. Like, if you're working hard, you need to buy stuff that you want. Like, don't be scared about that. If you want to move into a better house, you want to have a pool in your house, you want to buy a nice car, like, that's fine, but you should be doing it for you, not for others. No one cares about you. Like, the minute you start lacking or something, they're just going to forget about you and move on to someone else. So if you're buying it to impress others, you're just going to end up depressing yourself. Now, what's more important, to impress others or to feel depressed in your life? Like, you really have to understand. But if it's truly a passion and something that you want yourself, you know, if you want to buy something for yourself, you have to do it. Like, there's no point of just letting money sit into a bank and do nothing. Like, yeah, we invest and we try to make more money. It's great. But at the end of the day, like, you have to kind of enjoy. Like, I think that's one thing you might regret, is that if you don't enjoy, you know, because you do have to sacrifice. It's not always about discipline. It's about sacrifice. Like, in order to achieve big things, you have to sacrifice. That sacrifice has to be for something. Whether it's impacting people, whether it's you being able to support a strong family, right? Like, that's the sacrifice, but it has to be worth it. And the way it's going to be worth it is doesn't always have to be monetary, but normally when you sacrifice and be this disciplined, you will be rewarded eventually monetary, you know? You will be awarded monetary, and with that stuff you can, you know, treat your family to a better lifestyle. You can treat yourself to things that maybe you've always wanted, you know, and there's no harm in that. And whoever hates against you only hates because you are living a version of themselves that they wish they could have been but never had the balls to be it. So realizing that, you know. DAX trying to hit that gap. Little 5-minute support here. You need something London open about, you know. You left a runner. I closed at a 1 to 2. I actually was thinking after I closed it, you know, but we're seeing everything dump now. Check out Bitcoin here is back in 89s. This is a key zone here for Bitcoin, very, very close to my box. If Bitcoin loses this level higher time frame, we're going to see a nice little dump here. Otherwise, we're going to chill. But, you know, I think there's one appropriate thing we have to execute at this current time. And we have to execute this at this current time when the markets are like this.
Market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing to do. Don't trip by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip by the dip, by the dip, by the dip, by the dip, by the dip.
Crypto portfolio is down today, but doesn't matter. Just don't trip by the dip. Let's go. Crypto portfolio.
Don't trip. Sour cream and onion dip. Scoop it with some ruffle chips. Sink them like Titanic ship. Bartender, here's a tip. Crypto face is the truth. He can even show you proof. This is market cipher school. Rory made you say, ooh, wish I had one too. Making plays on Tradingview. Waiting on a blue triangle. I just call it Blue's Clue. Portfolio diversified. Keep my balance classified. Scared to look, you terrified. But when you did, you almost died. All good before you went to sleep. Woke up to a surprise. Couldn't believe your eyes. Where the hell did your money go? You like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Bitcoin dumping in my sleep. Woke up to a market sweep. That's the reason I don't sleep. Keep my eyes on the prize. Bought some Hex and Cardano. Fear of missing out. FOMO, that's a no-no. Yeah, I know, bro, but I still do the shit. I'm just trying to hit a lick, so I think I just might buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, buy the dip.
That's the message. That's the message. But in all seriousness, those who have been listening to me, again, I explained this very clearly. Those who have been listening to me, what price and when did I sell most of BTC? Everyone was telling me, bro, it's just the beginning here, right? Literally right here. Right here, I started selling Bitcoin. I started selling Bitcoin right here. People say, it's just the beginning, bro. You're going to miss out. I said, I always keep 20%, 20%. 20% I'm always involved. Don't worry. But for me, this is a good place to take profit. Was it a good idea? Yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea so far. Now I'm below where I took most of my profits. I have buying power now. Unless I spend it. Which is also fine. Because I have trading buying power. You know? I have trading buying power. What does that mean? My trading income now, I can just put it back in Bitcoin here. Which is really not a bad idea. So it's okay to take profits, guys. You know, you have to realize it's okay. Because at some point now, this is buying power. Like, you know, this month I put it, boom, here. Put it in Sol. I'm seeing some stuff about Sol. Might be its time. The crypto space is actually not in a good space right now. Freaking Kanye trying to ruin it as well with his coin. Everyone trying to ruin it at the moment. You see the hack? Of course I saw the hack. One of my friends had $700K in Bybit. 700K. He got it out. He got it out. So they're doing good. They're doing good. They definitely have big backing, these guys. They have money. They have money. They have a lot of money. He got it out in the same day, bro. But that's good, man. They can give 700K like that, USDT, no problems. Imagine how many people are trying to process withdrawals. Harry, can you rap? If so, you need to do a remix with this guy. Bro, you need to. His name is Crown Chakra. You guys need to tell him to freaking collab, man. We need a Tradesharpe song with him, man. Come on. Are you following the developments of quantum computer chips? Yeah, Microsoft's new chip is actually crazy. It is very impressive. It is very, very impressive. We will have to see how that develops in the future. Not future, but near future. Yeah, check. Everything is dumping. Everything is dumping. Runners here. Remember I talked about runners, but it's okay. It's okay not always to... Yeah, you can't complain. Encryption can be broken. Yeah, that's why ledgers are gonna be key, guys, you know? I told my friend, you know, get it on a ledger now. So he got it on a ledger. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm pissed. Bro, no one told you to do your laundry while we're trading. Alright guys, poor guy, man. Let's go, everyone. Let's open, you know, I can make a fundraiser stream. If we actually made a fundraiser stream, would you guys donate? Write in YouTube chat. Would you actually donate if we made a real fundraiser? Not for me, of course, but for like a good cause. Would you guys actually donate, or are you guys too greedy for that? For what? We would figure out something we agree with. Good cause, you know? Some good cause. I can spare $3. Too greedy, not gonna lie. See, this is how people they want everything for themselves, but they don't want to give. Today, in return, what have I got today for sharing a trade publicly live? Many people made money with that. You know? You know, people need to, that's the problem. For laundry? No, for like a really good cause. Canadians without car parts would be a good one. And what, you run that whole organization, right? I get traffic fines for 500, sure I could donate. Yeah, it's like a $2 donation or something. We could do something. I would donate whatever I make. So I would like hopefully make money that week and then donate whatever I make. That's the power of the markets, man. Print and give. Print and give. Because I see they have fundraiser streams. You're on BTC? I'm not. I'm on GBP JPY. DAX messing around. I was looking at it. It's a pretty tough. Big bounce, huh? Telling you, this zone is no joke. Look how... Oof. Should close our eyes and just press buy, huh, at that zone. See, this is the problem on gold. There was no structure, but at least we got GJ gave a good position here. Good position. No jokes aside, I'd happy to donate when I make millions. I want to create a charity myself. Just need to help, you know. Charities can be a bit complex, political. Build stuff like schools and water wells. This is useful stuff. Ideally, this is what I would do, okay? So, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to do it. Is ideally we build like a forest. Now hear me out. We build a forest. With this forest, we'll allow people to have jobs. So we don't only create good environment, we create jobs. This is going to be more long-term efficient. Now with this forest, we'll have jobs. They'll be able to harvest wood. With this wood, they'll be able to sell the wood. They'll be able to do all sorts of things. Once the wood is all chopped up, right? It will create fertile land. That fertile land will be able to farm, creating more jobs and creating produce, because we need produce. That's what you should do. Where would you plan that? I don't know. I haven't thought about it too deep. Let me know where I can sign up. I'm 8% for the month, can give up 300 USD. No need 300 USD, bro. It was just a discussion. But thank you very much. Very kind. Very, very, very good. We need water too. Brother, you're watching a live stream on with internet connection. Drilling wells is important. More important than people think. What's DAX doing? Yeah, people are saying DAX on fire. Holy shit, man. Yeah, that's like a news pump that size. Damn. His first ever super chat, man, put in, what's this? IDR, Indian rupee. 14,000 rupees? Bro, that's a big donation. You don't have to do that. We'll have to donate that now. I don't need it. Where would you like me to donate it, bro? That's his first ever. He's never super chatted in his life before. So now he's super chatted. 100, this is like a 25 bucks he super chatted actually. Around 25. $25. Isn't it Indonesian rupiah? I don't know. We need to see actually. Maybe it's like $1. We're gonna see. Oh yeah, it's $1. All right, I'll just keep the $1, I guess. Thanks for the donation, though. Shout out to you. Bro, I was hyping it up. Must be Bentley? Maybe, yeah. No, I appreciate the donation, though. How to send money? Don't send me money. Don't. Because this comes to YouTube, guys, and it gets taxed 40% anyways. Any money I make on YouTube gets taxed 40%. So when we do it, I will announce it properly. Because the money should not come to me. It will go to a fund. I do not want to handle money. We're not sending it to Peter as well. Keep quiet. Even in Dubai, YouTube gets taxed. It's just like their commission, bro. So say I make $500 on YouTube. I'll probably take what will arrive to my bank account will be maybe about 280, 300. So on your like YouTube earnings, it will show you made 500. But when you actually get it to your bank account, it's nothing. You know? Yeah, it's not like a tax. It's just how YouTube's commissions work. That's why I said if we do donation fundraiser, they don't take that, right? They don't take that. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's not tax. It's like a... Yeah, it's like 30%. 30%. Last time I drew about 600 AED. 600, I mean 800, I got 600. So 200 they took. Yeah, it's about 25-30%. That's how much they took. YouTube themselves. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off stream. I'm not seeing anything else here. I'm happy with that 1 to 2. It's a great trade. I said it would be nice to have held a runner, but look, you would have been back here. So I wonder if you would have closed hopefully something there. If I didn't, I would question myself why I didn't close at the bottom of the range. But yeah, happy with the trade today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis, enjoyed everything, and enjoyed the stream. I appreciate you all showing up. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. Hopefully see you soon, and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.